Do you want to do the intro? Do you want to do the cameras rolling?
No.
You don't do the cameras rolling? Cameras rolling and action. What is happening, beautiful people? Ikamalam Gosipile, and welcome to another episode of Writings on the Wall podcast. I am not alone today. I am most definitely not alone.
Yeah.
And I am not just with my co-host. Who am I with? Am I right?
You're with Sinaye.
and next to Sinaye?
Simpio. For everyone not watching on YouTube, you know what I mean? Watch on YouTube. For everyone not watching on YouTube,
you're not gonna say your name. Nah, bro.
But it's Simpio, man. Simpio.
Yeah, we had to convince Simpio to basically say his name, because he believes people will know him. So, thanks, my dog. Thanks. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Sinaye?
I'm okay, but I'm tired. It's been a long week, but I'm okay.
Long week? The day?
The day was fine. I was just had a busy mind because I'm thinking, okay, after work I'm going to this podcast and I have to get ready. I have to prepare myself mentally. But to Usipile didn't tell me a topic, so I'm here.
What did you want to prepare?
Research.
What do you want to research?
Not to research, just to prepare myself.
Man.
Just to prepare myself
mentally,
okay.
No, it's fine. I mean, like I said earlier, we're not gonna. This is not a research. What? Funoma research, articles and stuff. I just wanted your brain.
Okay, you
And,
have my brain.
Yeah, we'll see. My dog, how's it?
Yeah, no, man. We chilling, you know? What else is happening?
Is Spani?
There actually things are going proper. You know, things are going all right. I mean, we had some conversations about like what's happening work-wise and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I think, but yeah, I mean, I did tell you about that heist I'm trying to pull, right?
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
I don't want. Wait. I don't want us to get into the heist. I don't want us to get into the heist.
It's not a heist.
It's not a real heist.
Like, hey, these guys.
I was about to say,
There's
plug me.
evidence.
Plug me, I want to be part of it.
Wow, look at this, man. Now incriminating yourself.
On camera.
Like, who's this? Plug me. That's you. You saying they must plug you. Go in now.
If we catch Simpio in a heist,
Go in.
we know who's involved.
We know.
We know
It's
who's
like,
involved.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I think now, because when I started, man, I didn't like see what's happening. You know? It's like, I mean, I was like a new joiner, so I was up and down. I think now, like, the dust is settling nicely, and I'm like, okay, I can now see the ropes and swing and whatever, so I can see what's happening.
The work has become meaningful now.
Yeah. At first, it was like, dog, PowerPoint, like,
Excel.
wait. Dog, you can do this thing by yourself, though, you know?
Yeah.
So now I think I'm contributing nicely there.
Nah, easy.
Yeah.
Now, man, to everyone watching, today we have a special guest, Sinaye. The journey started, I'd say, sometime last year. No?
Yes, this was last year.
Yeah. The podcast. Yeah, from the podcast. So last year, I think I dropped a couple of episodes, and then you sent me a text. Not a text, a DM.
Yeah.
On not in a episode, but it was about the podcast. You had spoken about, or you asked me something. I was like, this is an interesting topic. Do you want to come to the podcast to speak about it? Okay. And then she said, nah.
Oh.
I wasn't ready. I was just trying to have a conversation.
So how I'm interpreting this?
Yeah.
She's leading your DMs.
Yes.
And then you said when I come through
to the podcast.
No.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I was like, Aibo, you have an interesting topic here. Come speak about it and expand.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about it, but not in front of the camera.
Okay. Why? This is just in formality.
Yeah, now because I'm ready. Now I
okay.
I can have the conversation. Then it can be out there. People can see it. People can listen. But
At
that
the time.
time it was just like, it's just a
No,
conversation.
understandable.
Yeah. No, but it's fine. I mean, like, I'm glad it happened the way that it has as well. So I was like, yeah, sharp, yeah. If you don't want, and then recently you're like, okay, did I ask you? You're like, you're ready now to come through. I think you said you're ready.
I think I'm not sure what happened, but it was
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah, but so we're gonna touch on that topic now.
Okay.
It was a quite interesting topic. I think we had touched on it earlier. But before we get into the topic,
Yes.
I just want to kickstart the episode with something nice and a bit light.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Say introducer. We call it with this or that.
Dog, I thought it's food. Like when you say something nice and light, I'm like, maybe young starters.
It is. I mean, it is a starter.
starter.
It's food for the brain. It's
You know,
food for the brain.
Look
Food
at
for
this
the
guy.
brain. Eh?
Hey, okay, let him cook.
Let him cook. So it's with this or that.
Yes.
Yeah, but also I don't, people who have played this thing, but like with say like chips or I don't know whatever. So you choose between the two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like KFC or McDonald's.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be this or that, and then you expand on the one that you've chosen.
Why? Okay.
You ready, ne?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start it off. KFC or McDonald's?
I'd say KFC because they have these new meals now. Yeah.
Which ones?
They're really great. The old box
Kentucky
in
Town,
London. Box Tower Twit.
Oyster box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now there's the
your
Oyster
favorite?
dunked box.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like dunked also.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Dunked or not dunked? Dunked wings or zinger?
Dunked.
Ah.
Please. Please.
I mean, I don't judge. Let me not lie. I don't judge you because I used to love dunked. Hey, but
So
yeah,
I say,
yeah,
dog, like,
they don't treat me nicely now.
Zinger wings go in though.
Yeah, zingers are fine.
Yeah, they're fine,
but dunked, yeah.
But compared to dunked, I'd choose dunked.
The day,
Any day.
the day after.
The
Like-
day after.
Yeah, are you fine?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yo.
must be nice.
Hey,
Must be nice.
I'm fine.
Me, I'll never get away with dunked wings.
Nah.
Okay, freedom or security?
Whew, freedom or security.
Yeah,
Yo. It's a difficult one.
from dunked wings to freedom.
I think, yeah. The thing is, I don't know how I would handle a freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't want freedom because I can be wild.
Okay,
So security.
wild in what sense?
Now imagine knowing that if you mean freedom as in I'm free, like free at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have this character that is guided by the Bible. I don't have all these. I don't have.
Principles and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have my parents to know about ekhaya nikhuliswanga this way. I don't have all that. I'm just Sinaye who's just living. I know, but there's no point where I'll be held accountable for the things that I'm doing. It's just freedom. I'm just free at all. So I think I'll do things that are not supposed to be done by people.
Okay.
So security.
That's good to know yourself.
I know myself.
Like, this one is not for me. Yeah, I'm good with just
Morals
security.
out the window.
Same
There and
time.
there.
Success or happiness?
Yeah.
Whew, it's kind of
Success or happiness.
Yeah.
right now. I'd say happiness because not being happy is just something else. I don't want to be depressed because if I'm not happy, then I'm constantly working. I'm constantly worried. I'm constantly looking around ways for survival. But if I'm happy, I'm just going to be content with whatever that I have. So happiness.
So then, if Bati, what's that thing? I'd rather cry in a Bentley. What does that thing say?
It's not for me.
I'd rather cry in a
I'm
Bentley
Yeah.
than not be happy in a Tez or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get that. I want to be happy
In a Tez.
in a test.
You know?
In a test.
That's interesting.
Yeah, man. Like, I want to take care of my heart more than anything else.
What would you choose?
Yo, success, dog. Mara, I think for me also, it's like, I mean, the past few months,
Yeah.
I've just been like grinding hard, you know? So, I mean, I think, and then I think I think also then success, it depends what type
Yeah.
of success, because I mean, right now I'm referring to like financial success
Yeah.
in my mind when I'm talking about this, but it's like, okay, you know what? Regardless, not regardless, but like whatever the job spec is, let's go in, do the job, get paid, bounce. You know, so financially, I think it's like success. No, listen,
Happiness.
happiness, I think for me is like second in a way.
Being happy on the job. So it's not it's not a primary thing.
Yeah, like dog, I'm not there to be happy. I'm there to work, go home.
Now imagine you have all the money, but you're not happy.
No, but like, yeah, right. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing though, because I mean, in as much as we spend like almost majority of our time working, it shouldn't now be like define your life, like your character and whoever you are shouldn't now be around that. I think we also like now going somewhere else, you know, with this. But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I mean, job, I'm there for success. Whether I'm like happy, sad.
No, but not necessarily happiness at work. It's just in your life, like if they're like, which one would you choose now? If you're gonna get that success through your job, sharp, that's the one thing that you're gonna get. But then the happiness falls away.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna be happy overall, but you're not gonna be successful or considered successful.
Feel like I read this one quote, and they were saying, happiness is not something that's pursued; it's something that ensues.
Okay.
Right, and basically meaning happiness is a result of something else.
Yes.
You know, so if, like, I mean, I don't know, let's say for instance I go to the gym and I'm successful at the gym, I don't know, like maybe I push weights and do all gym things, then for me there will be success in my gym life. Then there will be a result, there will result in me being happy.
I think
you get me. So that's why I'm saying, for me, even at my work, if I'm saying I'm successful at work,
happiness,
then you're going to be happy.
Yeah, but like, it's not even about money. You know, like if I'm doing meaningful work, for me that's success.
Yeah, same.
If I'm getting paid proper, that is also success. You know, then obviously at the end of the day, if I'm chilling on my bed watching the ceiling, I'm like, okay, actually I'm doing something meaningful at work.
Okay, can I ask this? But you're gonna get 1 billion.
Okay.
You're gonna be very unhappy.
Yeah.
Or be happy and 0.
Yeah, I'm going the 1 billion.
My God.
I no problem. I have no problem.
That's my whole philosophy.
The next one. Creativity or logic?
Logic.
Why logic?
You have to be logic in whatever that you do. You have to think the decision that you take. You cannot take decisions based on creativity. You cannot like lead your life based on creativity. Like you might be creative in some way, and that's not gonna make a living for you. You won't be able to live with that creativity. But if you think very well logically, then you can have a proper life. You can get somewhere with logic rather than creativity.
She's taking shots at me.
Creativity.
Like, forget this thing. So
No, I'm not saying that, but it's just
yo, subliminal.
So you're saying going about life in a logical manner is the way to go.
yes, it can take you somewhere. But
I feel like that's depressing though.
That's what I'm trying.
yeah, it's kind of depressing, but
Survival.
yeah.
But I saw something about what's the survival saying? Survival mode is tiring being in survival mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's really
like
tiring.
if you're constantly surviving and then you're basically dying a very slow death.
Just like slowly.
Slowly,
day by
yeah.
day.
You're making a logical choice, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying change, but I'm saying
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
yeah. So when have you felt like was a time where you were like, okay, I have a decision to make, and one of it, it's based on logic. 1 + 1 is 2. That's what logic is.
Yeah.
But then creativity would then be 1 + 1 is 3. People have actually made justifications of why 1 + 1 is 3. 1 + 1 can be 3 because if 1 and 1 come together, there will be 2, and then those 2 can actually make a third thing.
A third one.
A possibility. I mean, it's not. You can prove it wrong, but have you had to make those kind of decisions, or you just been like, "Yo, the logical thing to do here"? Ilantoka.
I've been in the creativity side, but right now in my life, I have to think logically. Like whatever that I do, I have to know. But okay, 1 + 1 is equal to 2. That is why I'm saying I choose logic, because if I didn't choose the creativity side, I wouldn't be here, like where I am right now in life. So that's why I'm choosing.
She's a writer, by the way.
Oh yeah. Shout out.
Do people know you're a writer?
Some do, some
What
don't.
are you writing?
I write short stories,
Okay.
plays.
Okay, proper. That's proper.
Yeah.
That's proper
But
stuff.
you see, I cannot make a living out of that. Like,
No matter you can, though.
Sezu.
it's difficult, man. I'm a black child. I come from a black family. I have to say 1 + 1 is equal to 2, then go to work.
There's privileges in making those crazy decisions.
Yes, I can take that as a hobby, but not something India say, but this is something that I'm going to live with. No, I can't.
What does it do to you? Do you feel like it takes away something from you?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. It's fine. Past or future?
Future. Don't want to go back. I want to go.
Damn, what happened?
Nothing happened. It really sounded bad. No, nothing happened. It's just that I can't wait to see the future. I can't wait to see what God has for me in store.
Would you choose the past or the future?
Yeah, I think I'll choose the future. I'd go with the future too.
For the same reason.
Yeah. I'd go for the future. I'm like very hopeful and glass half full type of guy.
Yeah, optimistic.
Yeah. So the better days are coming.
You know, a part of me would love to go back to the past.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I
What do you
think.
want to change?
Not
Just revisit.
not even to change. You know, I've seen there was a movie where the type of therapy they do is, I don't know if it's a true thing, but they hypnotize you, so you go under, and then you go back into like a specific memory.
Yeah.
So if there was a time where your parents hit me sharp, then they put you under, and then you go back to revisit thing. I think it would be interesting to not to change it, but to understand it a bit better. Like there's things, bro, that I don't remember. I'm like, I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
And these things I was conscious, obviously before 3 or 4, whatever, you don't remember. But these things I just don't remember at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I would love to go back just to see. I mean, I want the future, but the future is scary, eh?
Yeah,
Why?
it is, because we don't know what's there. But we are hopeful that it's all glammy.
Present or the future?
The future.
Damn.
The future, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I don't want to be here. I want to see what tomorrow holds.
Damn. Yo. Why? Present or the future?
Because
They have a future. Okay.
I cannot wait to meet my older self.
Yeah,
I cannot
yeah.
meet. I cannot wait to see Uba Sinaye. Like, I know that I'm capable. I know that I'm going to do great things. So I cannot wait to see that person.
Okay. Growth or stability?
Growth or stability? Ish. This is a tricky one. I'd say, stability. Yes.
Okay.
I chose stability because, man, imagine growing and there's nothing really going well in your life. But now, if I have stability, I know that my life is stable. I can lead a proper life, a normal life. I'm not lacking anywhere. Now I have stability. Yeah, I'd go with stability.
No, but I mean, stability doesn't mean things are going well, though.
They're not going
Like, you
well,
just-
but I have that balance.
And you're stable. You're there.
But it's not that you are stuck, but you are stable. Like you can lead your. Now imagine you're just growing and there's no stability in your growth. There's nothing like. Okay, maybe I took stability with it in the sense of having your things.
Yes.
Being able to lead a proper life, as in having stability, and I took your growth as in you're just growing. Like there's nothing stable in your life that is going well. For me, stability is things going well for you. Like you are stable, you're able to provide yourself, you're able to provide for yourself, you're able to do all, like lead a proper life, and you are not lacking in any way. But your life is just stable. If you have a career, you are in that career, and you know that you are earning, you are able to provide for yourself and your family, like
Yeah.
you are leading a proper life.
Let me throw something here. So, to the writing, the creative side, right?
Yes.
I think I caught feelings. so,
Sorry.
so no, it's fine. So the okay opportunity
Yes.
that comes up. To Sinaye, this opportunity is in writing.
Yes.
So in plays, script writing, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there's potential for you to grow as a script writer. You know, as a whatever. Like as a writer, you are gonna grow, and this is what the trajectory could look like, right? But obviously, in that, especially in the creative industry, there's no. I mean, there are, but as a creative, you like paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes it doesn't come, sometimes it comes, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But you can grow. Who's your favorite writer?
It's Nozipo. I forgot her surname, but it's Nozipo. She wrote what's that? Blood and Water. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's the writer of Blood and
Mara,
Water.
that's a pet show though.
Hey yo, why? Why is that a picture?
Blood and Water.
I like her. I think I like it's a great one, man. Just forget about the new ones. Just stick to the first one. The old one is great. But
Mara,
now
she wrote the season whatever and whatever. How many seasons are there?
I'm not sure.
What do you like about her?
She's a black woman that was able to say, I can do this, and she did it.
Okay. So opportunity is you're gonna work with Nozipo,
Yes.
right? But Nozipo can't guarantee you a steady paycheck every month.
Yeah.
But you're gonna work with her. She's gonna expose you to how she's gonna teach you and mentor you how she got to that place. Then sharp. That's one. Option A. Option B.
Yes.
Here's a job. You're gonna get X amount. You're gonna pay for rent, food, utilities, everything that you need.
Yeah.
Car, if you want a car, whatever. You're gonna be able to get this amount next year. You're gonna get increase of 10%, 5%, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And this is how the next 10 years, 15, 20 years is gonna look like for you.
Yeah.
Which one are you going for? So the other one brings stability in that you know how much is coming every month.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one, you're not really sure, but there's an opportunity for your growth.
Now you're trying to convince me.
No, I'm asking.
But yeah, in this situation, I choose growth because I'm still young. I'm not in a rush to make money. Yeah, I'm in a rush, but not in that rush.
Yeah.
I want to grow. The most important thing right now is growth. Yeah, I'll choose growth.
Okay. I wasn't trying to convince you. But you made the choice. You made the choice. Yeah?
No, I'm saying like just convincing her
To say growth.
Yeah.
I think it's important, and I'm not trying to convince you to go for your growth, ne? But I think it's more so on, like, especially like you're saying, it's still young.
Yeah.
I mean, young is relative. You know, someone who's 16 say, I'm old enough, whatever. But if those two opportunities were to come through, I think we don't really give it much thought, and especially because you said you're not gonna make money from the other side. But I mean, having a look at them like I'm not gonna make money, but is money the most important thing right now? Forgiveness or justice? Yeah.
I'm a Christian, man.
Yeah, forgiveness or
Justice. It depends.
On what?
Oh.
On what?
Forgiveness or justice.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But
a tough one.
But this is not Jerusalem, man. Justice. I choose justice.
Yo, okay.
Man, people do terrible things. People do,
100%.
and people deserve justice, and there are things that we cannot just forgive. Like, I'm a Christian, but justice.
I'm a Christian, but
Yeah.
which one would you go for?
No, but
I kind of feel guilty for saying justice, but people deserve justice.
I mean, justice is a church. It's one of the pillars.
Yes, but not in that sense.
Yeah,
Uti.
yeah.
What is
Now
justice?
it's not justice as in compared to forgiving. It's justice as an emission pillar.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
No, I was like thinking about it like, what is it? No, I mean like you can have, I'm not understanding this one because you can have justice and forgive the person.
No, not I mean, in an instance where, for example, someone does you something does something bad to you,
Yeah.
would you choose to forgive them? And then they don't really get positive. For example, the guys that broke in here.
Yeah.
And they are like, yo, they came like, yeah, my man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But they don't bring my stuff back.
Yeah.
Would I choose to forgive them because it's been years? Or I want justice for you, my dogs. I want you to go to jail. So what would bring you peace? Would it be, I've forgiven you, whatever happens, because there's people that say, I'll forgive you, but the world will deal with you, basically. And then Abanya will like, nah, I want to take matters into my own hands. I need to do to you what you've done to me.
I'm gonna forgive you, but you still gotta like you still gotta pay.
It's this or that.
It's this or that, what dog? You gotta choose one.
Let me see. I don't know, man.
Now imagine someone raped your
forgive
sister. Would you forgive that person or?
Yeah, let me see. What will they do? Justice or forgiveness? Like I'm saying, right? I think I'd forgive them and then serve them a plate of justice, man.
You would serve them.
Yeah, I'd serve them a plate of justice.
You've chosen. You've chosen.
No, because I mean, like my thing is now, like I mean, it's like the same thing with if you say you're in an abusive relationship or your parents were abusive. If you don't forgive them for however they treated you growing up as a kid, you're always gonna have daddy issues or mommy issues and that trauma until you are also a mom and a dad. You end up now becoming the very same thing that you hate. Most often than not, it happens like that. If you don't deal with the forgiveness parts of things, you know. And I mean, now you can say, okay, do I want justice for my parents? It's like, hey, yo, what do you mean justice for your parents?
Do you remember? Sorry. Do you remember there was that ad? There used to be this ad, the child abuse one. Okay. It was a number there.
The one that had, I think was it 0 or 5?
Yeah, were you thinking about it? It's like, this one, bro, I'm reading it out. I need justice. You see what I mean? So that's my thing.
But that's why I was saying it depends. But what do I have to forgive?
It's tough.
But I think like I think the forgiveness part, okay, just life generally. The forgiveness part is very important.
Yeah, it's
whether
very important.
Justice is served or not.
Justice, then forgive you. It's.
Yeah, I think it's a tricky. It's a tricky one.
Justice can be served, but as long as I have not forgiven you, to
see,
me that won't matter. I'll feel like nothing happened.
Yeah,
you can go to jail, but to me there's nothing.
You still believe with those traumas and everything, you know.
There's that thing even for like relationships. People will say like, what do they say? At some point in life, you have to be okay with, you have to forgive apologies you never received. Because the forgiveness is internal. You can see justice and not forgive, and that messes with you for your whole life because you haven't healed. It's a tricky one though, but because forgiving someone in the end, like this guy that broke in here, I haven't forgiven them, bro. I haven't forgiven them. They must know.
They must remember the
if they tune in. One mistake, and I try to find them, but anyway. Okay, I think this should be the last one. Let me check. I think this one's okay. Now, leading or following?
Leading. I have a very strong character and I like doing things, man. And I take people as these are not my people, these are God's people, and we have to make sure that things are happening the right way. When you are a follower, man, I believe that I'm a leader. I'm a natural leader. I think so.
What makes you a leader?
What makes me a leader is that I know people. Ndiyabaza abantu, I'd say. I don't know how to put it in English, but ndiyabaza abantu. And I know how to treat people equally. I know how to put myself in someone's shoes. And at the same time, I know how to put my emotions aside and lead. That's what makes me a leader.
Yeah. It's tough. Like, leadership is tough, man.
It's really tough.
Yeah, it is.
You have to always remember that it's not about you, but it's about the people you are leading.
Sometimes the people that you're leading are just full of nonsense.
Full of
You know, like I don't want to do this thing, bro. Because you know the thing about leadership. Like again, I'm not convincing you. I'm just thinking about. I'm
Okay.
like, with leadership, it's people. You lead people, right? Leadership, the idea of it is great, but I think it becomes very tough when the people you are leading
Don't
don't want to be led. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's tough, bro. Because if people want to be led, but also again, as a leader, you have a responsibility to make them see where we're going.
Yeah.
But it's
Yes.
like people just don't want to be led sometimes.
No, I mean, if they don't want to be led, it means you're a bad leader then.
Damn.
Hey, yo.
Now it's coming
I'm
back.
sorry, dog. You know, it's like, because I mean, you think about things like, you know, it's like if you look at Donald Trump, it's like people don't even question that guy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, sharp, let's go.
But is he leading the people to the right direction, though?
No, but that's a different
Different
conversation.
yeah.
Now. But it's like,
It's because they're
I'm saying there are people that you don't even have to convince the person to like, I'm the leader here. You know? It's like, usually it's those things during, like back in high school when there's like a group work.
Yes.
You know? And there's like, I know, Maji, who's going to present? Who's going to talk? You know? There are people who everyone looks at.
yeah,
Just
they
know,
know.
but you're going to lead.
It's you.
We know.
It's you.
You know? So, and they take it up. They just take it up like, I bet. You know? Same thing even like in the workplace. You see those things. If there's a team building thing going on, and it's like, okay, we need to do this team name, captain. You know, there's things that just, no one's like, but Usimbi, guys, no.
No, we can't be
You
led
know,
by.
are you Aussie? You know, people, they just look at you like, okay, sharp.
I wanna ask something. Ne? Also in your journey of leadership, have you found, because the people you mentioned, like the people that are usually like, this one is the obvious one.
Yeah.
They possess certain qualities. Like with Trump, he possesses his own qualities.
Yeah.
Being a good leader doesn't mean that you have to be a good person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So do you feel like the best leaders are, what's the thing? By dictatorship.
I wouldn't say they are the best leaders, but yeah, they are great leaders in a way.
So do you feel like you have to be a dictator to be a good leader? You tell them,
No.
we're going there.
No, you're not telling them, but you're making them see where you're taking them to. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I think when I was reading something else where they were saying how, as a leader, right, you don't even have to be the specialist.
Yeah.
In like you see usually with, in like your MECs, right? Yeah, I think the conversation was then, like when they were looking at all these guys that were made my MEC after elections.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
If you look at these homies, it's
They're not
like
qualified.
They're not qualified. They don't have degrees and so forth and so forth. But it's like they actually can lead because of the networks and the connections that they have. You know what I mean? So for you to be MEC for like education or something, you don't even need to have been a teacher or a head of department or whatever.
Yeah.
But you need to know how to make sure that that machine runs nicely.
yeah, you
know?
need to know who to contact. You need to know who to touch.
Yeah. So I think it's there to say, okay, what makes a great leader for me would be something like that, you know. To say now, if you look at Espana, right, like your things, Alex, it's like you have different professions, right? Like you have audio, speech,
OT,
you know.
yeah.
But the person who's leading is only obviously one thing. You don't even need to study
Oh yeah. All the
of these
professions.
things.
Yeah.
But you need to know how to get them working together
Yes.
nicely. You know, to say, okay, this is what we have, this is what we have, this is what we need. Your room for this. We need an instrument for this. We need this. Then everything is working nicely. If someone is coming in, but they fall,
Yeah.
you don't need an audio person only or a speech person only. Maybe you need an OT also to come in, you know. So I think for me, a great leader would do, so not even, you don't even need to like dictate
yeah.
people and say, hey, when go there, because then that actually I think does the reverse. Because now it goes into like being micromanaged.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and people, I mean,
hate
generally,
that.
they don't like that generally about. So I think they would just do like a reverse of what you're trying to do.
What's been the most challenging experience as a leader?
In my leadership journey, I felt like people don't respect me because I'm young. They just look at me like, and that's it. Also, leading people who don't want to be led.
Yeah.
People who are just difficult they join the party late. Like, you have to beg them, you have to constantly go around instructing them, but okay, now we're here. And also having to study people, because when you are leading, there are those that you have to coach, and also there are those that you have to just instruct, then they can do their own thing there.
Yeah.
Then there are those that you have to pull, you have to be around them, you have to take them along, hold them by their hands, like, okay, now we are going here. But there are those that you can just tell, but okay, this is where we are going, and this is what I want you guys to do, then you can leave them, they can do that on their own. But now you have to understand people, you have to learn each and every person, but okay, this person functions this way, this person is good here, this person is good here, then I can use this person here and there. So I think that has been the most challenging thing, understand abantu, understanding people.
The different characters.
Yeah.
Okay, can you pass me the thing?
What?
That one.
The phone?
The one I sent you, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I think I have an idea, an
On
answer.
WhatsApp?
Yeah. I think I have an idea to an answer for this one. Books or experiences?
Books or experiences. Oh. Reading a book is an experience on its own. Your mind goes like somewhere. Your mind can go to America while you are here.
Let me
Do that. Yeah.
So, like, reading a book is an experience on its own. So I chose books.
What's the feeling two things? What's the feeling you get when you're reading a book? The second one, what's been your favorite book to read?
The feeling.
And why?
The feeling I get from reading books, I get to think outside of the box. I get to think like someone else, not as myself. Now I'm like, listen. It's like you are listening to someone speak, and now you're also getting this new perspective of things by just reading a book. And my favorite book, there's really nothing specific about why I like it. It's just that it's still because I write what I like.
Okay.
I really enjoy the book. There's nothing really deep about it. It's just that I like Steve Biko, and I have been this African girl that has been studying African history, and that book just gives you another perspective about the things that happened in the past, and also like a clear vision of who are we as blacks. Yeah.
Is that what you studied? African history?
No, I just like.
Oh, you study on your thing.
Yeah. No, I didn't go to school for that. No, it's just something that I have been.
You are
studying
interested
on my own.
in.
Yeah.
We I remember we had the chat.
What?
The other day about
chat
the audio the audio book that you're reading on history of the Zulu.
Oh yeah.
Zulu nation.
Yeah, no.
You should read Indaba, My Children.
Yeah. No, I'll check it out.
It's a great book.
What is it about?
It's about sort of Insomi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but Ndonso.
I don't know.
Telltale, folk tale.
Yeah, folk tale.
About what?
It's folk tales. That's what Ntomi is.
African
so
folk tales.
So it's just okay.
when you're growing up, sit around there. Makulu tells you folk tale and whatnot.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I might.
You don't do that.
No, I'm saying. Also, is the book just a collection?
Yeah, it's a collection.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm saying that book is. I'm sure it's a proper.
Yeah, it's a great book.
It's a banger.
You get to
Imagine,
learn about
but are they in
these
English?
tribes, yeah.
Yeah, bora then.
When last you read anything in Zulu?
No, but I'm saying if it's a book about.
It's not
you mean
like
folk tales?
But like whose folk tales? White people folk tales.
No, black people.
But then now why are they in English?
I think because they have so much ngesixhosa. So what do they say?
So that's what I'm saying. It's like now I mean if it's in English you're not even gonna say, oh, that's the one who Makulu was.
No, it's not
about,
really
folk tales.
It's folk tales, but it's just the stories that about the things that happened in the past. It's just the stories of the different tribes and
Okay. That should be a good read.
Do you think there's a book out there with folk tales? actual folktales.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the closer books we read in grade ones and stuff, I think you can find folk tales. in
Damn, man, I should visit those.
Yeah,
You know, what kind of parents are we gonna be?
God.
Wait, actually,
I actually read this one when I was doing, I think I was doing grade 9. Yeah, it was about, I think I was doing grade 9. But I don't remember the book. But it was about, I named my sister, my little sister, after that book, Uluyo Yisa. It was about
Luyo Yisa.
Luyo Yisa. It was about love and
Luyo Yisa Uthando.
Uthando Lokwenyan Luyo Yisa.
Damn, that's a deep. Damn. Whoa. Luyo Yisa Uthando Lomanyan?
Yeah.
Meaning what? I mean, I know what it means, but like, but why would you say that?
Because
Like-
there's nothing we cannot do as long as we have love. Love can, like, man,
Romantic.
I'm not even.
Hopeless romantic.
I just believe in love. I believe in love.
You love love.
You mentioned the African girly thing you're talking about. I think it ties in nicely to now the topic. Now you're getting into the topic, right?
Okay.
So the text you had sent me last year, I've got it here.
Side eye. Okay.
Why is my text there? There's nothing bad here. So you were speaking about you were dating Fund. Aibo.
Oh, what?
Oh, the significance of making room for new energy
Yes.
or new things, right?
Yes.
And then you said you prefer saying leaving space for new energy to enter, more like being open to experimenting new ideas that may conflict your self-defined identity or perception.
Yes.
That's deep. And you said this pushes us to recognize that we never stop learning and not limit ourselves.
Yes.
Where was this thing coming from?
I had met someone and he couldn't see himself the way I saw him.
Okay.
And I wanted him to open up and see the world and I wanted him to leave who he is from where he is from and get to understand that the world doesn't end where he is.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to understand that there's more out there. And I wanted him to see the potential that was in himself, but he couldn't recognize that.
Yeah.
And it was just frustrating for me because I was like, oh, okay, I so wish I can take this person out of Eastern Cape, take him to Joburg and just put him there so that he can see the world from far, Eastern Cape. Like maybe when he's here, he's going to meet, now there's Usipile from Ekonce. He's going to meet Usimpiwe from Lady Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
High five, good memory. The memory is good.
Now, you are not just Usipile who was raised in Ekonce. You are not just Usipile who's used to Ekonce with one-way street town, if that's it, but something like that.
It is
now
one
you are
just one
Usipile
road.
who has met Simpiwe that was raised differently from you, that has the experience of life different from yours. So now you are going to take some parts of Usimpiwe. When you are away from Usimpiwe, you are still going to carry that the things you learned from Usimpiwe along
With you.
now. You have, it's no longer just about this Usipile. It's about Usipile that is exposed to other things. It's about Usipile that is willing to understand himself, that is willing to open himself up to new things. And
Do you know what was the most, like, what was it difficult, like there's an exposure element to it, right? But do you know why, I'll say in general, maybe have you ever experienced something where you struggle to let go of the current identity? Because your identity, you don't just wake up tomorrow and like, oh hey, this is my identity. It's built up, it's things you learn from where you come from. They tell you back home Eastern Cape, but umdu awuthethe naye kanje, umdu 10 and you hold on to that to that specific identity because it's worked for you, I think, up until a certain point. And then at that point now you're required to kind of let go of that identity. Like, have you ever experienced that one? And then the second one is, do you know what makes it difficult for people to let go of those identities? Or for him, in his case?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure for him, but for myself, I know that I am Sinaye, who grew up in Mthatha, and I was raised in this way. But now, I am who my mom wanted me to be. I am who I was told that I am. My identity is just solemnly built on who Abantu basekhaya said I am, on the things that they raised me around, the way that they raised me, and I built my identity on that, on the things that I was told. Now, as I'm growing up, I'm trying to figure out about who I am outside my family. Who am I outside the religion that they gave me? I grew up in a Christian home, and I knew that, okay, the only church that we go to is Methodist, and I take that and run away. Now I'm old enough. I want to look, does it still align with me? Does it still align with who Sinaye is? Do I really want to be this person? Is it me? But now, because I have built my identity around this, I cannot break away from that. This is who I am. This is the identity that I have. Now, it is a struggle building a different person from low ending. I'm not saying I'm leaving the morals they gave me and all those things, the principles and stuff. But
with the freedom,
Going sideways.
with the freedom, it's gonna be outy. But yeah.
But then now, isn't that the same thing for the person?
yeah, it is. But like, I'm working on that. I'm working on breaking away from the identity that I built when I was young, when I was guided by parents. Now I'm trying to be my own person. I'm trying to build my own identity outside of home. I'm trying to build my identity based on the things that I've learned in life, not based on what I was taught.
Yeah.
The way
Why though?
because there's more to life, man.
Okay.
And also, okay, I'll make an example with church. And don't take offense.
Yeah, I won't.
Now, I have built my identity around Christ, and now I don't feel like Methodist aligns with me anymore.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel like the way that Methodist people do things aligns with who I want to be. The identity that I want to build around Christ, it's no longer aligned with the Methodist way. I want to break away from that. I feel like if I can go experience another church, then I can be based on Christ, but not a Methodist person. But I was raised a Methodist, and now my identity, I'm like, I'm a Methodist person. When I introduce myself, I'm like, Sinaye, and I'm a Methodist.
Is that how you introduce yourself?
Not really, but you know the thing.
Hello,
Nice to meet you.
Sinaye. I'm a Methodist.
No, but
It should be the first thing,
but when you tell people that you go to church, they ask you which church, and you say Methodist.
Of course.
Now I'm asking myself, does it still align with who I am?
What's sorry, not to cut you. What's is a specific thing about just this one that you like? It's because it's not the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I'm hearing this. And I mean, there's also the notion that this is going left, but there's a notion when people say I'm a Methodist, it's like at this young age you are a Methodist at this young age. Hey, yo, stop. But is there a specific thing I think within that context that you're like, I want to experience Christ, yes, and I'm gonna maintain the relationship, yes, but this is just not doing it the way that I would like to do it, or it's just like a generic.
There's a specific thing.
Okay.
Like, it's just there's I don't feel the Holy Spirit, man. The Holy Spirit doesn't come to me when I'm in just church. It's like we're in a rush whenever we
methodical.
Whenever we're here, we're in a rush and we're doing things the Methodist way. And now sometimes I feel like we are leaving Christ behind. We are just
we're following the methods.
Yes.
The methodical way. Okay, and then is there another element? That one is big actually. The religion one is big. Do you then fear that moving away from this way that you've built, or what's this, the identity you've built around Christ and how you've built a relationship. You're like, if I leave, I might lose it all. Do you ever get that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not leaving Christ, but I'm leaving the Methodist Church.
The place, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I asked this because there's times, bro, you know, like when, back to this thing I was saying, you mold your identity around a specific thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like leaving that specific thing can destroy you.
Yes.
You had made an example with
My hair.
with your hair, your nice fluffy hair.
But dog, I used to think like that, right?
Like what?
Like, I mean, like every time I'd cut my hair, I would like mpangula straight up, you know?
Just go.
Yeah, just go up, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with Koko. So that was me. You know what I mean?
And that's you.
Coco,
like,
don't
that's
play.
you. We cannot take
Yeah,
away
it's
that
like,
from
you
you.
fade for what?
Yeah.
You know, that was me.
Yeah.
Until like UCT. You know, even after UCT, that was still me. Okay, if I'm cutting my hair, I know.
Just go.
Done.
Yeah.
It's just start from scratch. Start from scratch. You know?
Sure.
But I mean, I think, because I want to say for me, I think, I mean, I don't know when, but I just like grew apart away from that. You know, started doing fades, even with fades, like just experimenting with them to say, okay, which hairstyle actually fits my head shape, better. You know what I mean? And then just experimenting with that, like maybe you cut, like, hey, I don't like this, but I mean, I can't go back now. You know? You have to stick with it.
You've got it.
You have to stick with it. You know.
Yeah.
So I think like what I wanted to say is, I feel, because I wanted to speak about, it goes back to that growth and stability thing, right?
Yes.
That like, in a way, I do feel that it's growth, you know?
What's growth?
Like breaking away. Because I mean, I think the way we view growth is the way of like your age, right? Your age is growing in the sense that
chronological.
Like
the automatic
it can
one.
only go up.
The automatic one.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's that type of growth where it can only grow up. It's, you know, it can't go down or up. Your age is always going up. Same thing with like if people talk about the salaries, when they talk about growth, they always want it to go up. You know, but I feel like even if you say, oh damn, I took a salary pay cut or my salary is going down, there is still growth.
Okay.
You see what I mean? But it's then we can say, so something even like, what is it? If you're selling hoodies, this month you sell 2 hoodies. The following month you sell 3. The following month you sell 1. I still view that as growth. It's just not positive growth. You know what I mean? So it's like negative growth or bad growth in terms of if you're selling something, you always want to be up.
Yeah, it's growth in that you have sold 1 more hoodie.
Yes.
But you haven't sold as much as the previous month.
As the previous month. You see what I mean? But also I think for me, it's also growth in the sense that you now get to actually experience or have a different experience.
Yes, it prepares you. But
Yeah, you know, you get, because I mean, during COVID, we didn't know what was that. But people grew. They're like, oh, damn, this is possible. You know, like there's something where I didn't know what is level 5 lockdown. You know, so I can look at myself then. I'm like, oh, damn, I actually grew. Because now if they announce level 5 lockdown, let's pause.
I gotta be ready.
I gotta prepare. You know, I gotta see everyone, make sure everything is set.
Yeah.
You see, so I think even then, there is growth, regardless.
It is growth. It's just speaking on that. What's this? On the attachment, I think, to the identity. Because growth comes with being in an unfamiliar territory. The person you're speaking about, you required him to step out of his comfort zone to do something that he's never done
and
before.
And they chose stability.
Exactly. And I think in those cases, the problem then becomes we don't know what lies on the other side of whatever it is. You probably have more insight. You say, dude, I have seen this. I've seen it work. Just go left a little bit. You will grow in that regard. But for him, he's like, dude, I don't know what's on the left. I know what I can do right now. You know. Now you're asking me to leave where there's a video I saw. They were asking this guy is a tennis player. I don't know his name, but apparently he's one of these talented tennis players.
Yeah.
And they were asking him. They were saying, because he doesn't want to listen to his coach.
Yeah.
He's very talented. So they're like, why don't you want to listen? He's like, what would you? So he's asking this other guy, what would you tell me?
Yeah.
As this talented blah blah, right? And the guy says, I think you're suffering from what we call a talented player syndrome. And what that essentially is you grow up, everyone told you were talented growing up, you're good in that context. Nyanike, you get into the professional, he was still great and talented. He says the reason you don't want to step to the next level is because when you step into that next level, there's a possibility that you're not going to win these championships. And now because you've put in the hard work, you've gotten coaching and stuff, and you still don't win the world championships, suddenly it challenges the talented identity that you've always held growing up. And so it's nice to be usipile in that small pool of podcasts to have. I only have 80 subscribers. It's nice there, and people say, yo, you're good. Amongst the people that don't have podcasts, it's like, yo, you're doing great. But the moment I try to now uplift and say, actually I want to have the biggest podcast in Africa, then it's like, yo, it's a different challenge, and it comes with a lot of mental gymnastics away. But by now I'm uncomfortable because now I'm going up against the best people that have done it, they've seen it, they've failed, they went up, and now I am basically inviting all of those into my reality. And that could have contributed to him now, because like, you are, maybe I'm good, I guess, but you can be great. And I mean, women are there for that, they should be telling us, yo king, yo king, you can do it.
You're the prize.
You are the prize. Don't let them tell you otherwise. You're the prize.
You're the prize, king.
But now it's like, I'm good, yes, but you can be great. And that can actually be a dangerous territory to navigate, because my person is telling me, was this a romantic setup or?
Yeah.
Did you guys fight because of this?
No, I just walked away.
You're like, it doesn't want to be great. Doesn't want to be great.
I'm not great myself. I'm still working on myself.
I can't be associated with good.
Oh, I'm great. That is tough. It's like, yo, man, I just wanted some love. You're like, but it can be a big thing in relationships, even friendships. Because now, back to the head thing, you've become, or you build this brand on social media, or your friends know you as this Afrocentric, Afro natural hair person. And when you're now thinking, I want to relax, shine my weave, fucking makeup, high maintenance, it's like, whoa, what are the people going to say?
Not even the people, but you feel like I've lost myself, man. I've done research. I'm researching about hair. This is me. I know how to treat my hair. I know how to grow my hair. I know like the calls. When I feel my calls, I'm just like, I'm happy. Now like it's like I'm losing myself. It's like I've shifted from me.
But that's an opportunity for growth, though.
Yes, but man, like it's like, I don't know this person anymore. I do know, but I don't know this person anymore. It's not me. Like, my hair makes me happy. Now, the next thing, when I don't have my hair, who I am, who am I? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
There's a concept we saw just before the shoot. What is it? The art of impermanence. Is that what it's called? The art of impermanence. Where it is just speaking about, you see, like you're saying, you've attached your happiness to your hair.
Yeah.
Because for you, it's like, it's this permanent thing. I have control over my natural hair.
Yeah.
This is where I draw strength from. Samson.
I am.
Samson. What happened to Samson? They cut his hair. They cut his hair.
I'm so almost depressed.
But you see, and I think that's the when we accept or play around the idea of impermanence, we are then able to take a lot more risks, because like you're saying, cool. If it was relaxile and I say benzanga, sharp, cut them off and let them grow.
Again.
It will take time, but they can still grow back. If the guy, let's say he came to Joburg and he saw life, city lights, and like, yo, this cocaine everywhere,
it's
drugs is not the. It could be the one, you know, or it could be this one is not for me. You can always go back.
Yeah, you can always.
And we don't. What do you think leads to this thing where we don't want to take those decisions because it's like things are permanent. It's this is who I am. You know, Sinaye has been the person who, when you feel your core, it's like, okay, I'm still me. When you wake up in the morning, okay, I'm still me. When we look at you, we say, okay, you are still you. You know, but like, why is it so? What was I saying? I'm losing my train of thought again.
People fearing the unknown.
Yeah, like
that was going to be my answer.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's fearing that. I think it's time, right? I think it's time, in the sense that, like, because I'm thinking now about myself with dog. If you go to the barber and you're like, hey, yo, dog, check this hairstyle. I want you to cut me like this. And they cut you. Cha, 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 cha. Hey, you look at you in the mirror like, hey, it's not the one, you know? But now you're stuck with it.
Like it's just copy.
You stuck. Ow, dog. You know? But now you stuck with it. And so I think it's like, okay, now I need to chill for like another 2 weeks or 3 weeks for the hair to grow back.
Yeah.
And I mean, in terms of hair, 3 weeks is not that bad. It's like, okay, bad, sharp. You know? But I mean, I think if you, let's say, maybe someone is in Eastern Cape and you want them to come this side, there's the time factor in it, you know?
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, now I need to leave here, the admin of it all.
Oh, okay.
I think for me, because I think the unknown, I don't think we fear that.
So it's a fear of losing
The
time.
time. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
We do fear the unknown though.
We fear
There is
the
a
unknown
fear,
the
man.
most.
I feel like if we feared the unknown, we wouldn't be here as human beings. Where we at.
Okay.
If we fear
can
the
go, you
unknown,
can go.
we have ChatGPT, we have AI, we have cars,
Can I jump on?
jump.
I'll tell you why. I think I get what you're saying when you say, for example, you can't. If you fear the unknown, you wouldn't look forward to the future.
Dog,
the future
you wouldn't
with
even be driving if you fear the unknown.
But the problem that we have is that's why back to this thing of, again, I'm not trying to talk you out of stability, but
Unstable. We don't want stability.
don't want stability, not in this house. But I think the mistake we make as humans is that we are always under the assumption that things are guaranteed.
Yeah.
For example, you think it's guaranteed for you to wake up in the morning.
Yes.
It's not guaranteed.
It's really not.
If we were to be very conscious of that reality, we wouldn't want to go to sleep.
You see, it's like that.
You'd rather sit like this.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
a lot of things are the unknown.
Unknown, yeah.
But somehow we still try to position ourselves towards the most known that we have.
Then yeah.
So like okay, if I go to the job, hey, at least I know they're gonna pay me, or at least they've paid me in the past. They've paid me
They're
salaries.
going to pay me.
They're gonna pay me at the end of the month. But there's another reality is that they could not pay you.
Yeah.
You know, when we come into ComServes, they have to put us on through the system from varsity, and the big conversation we have with the ComServes at the beginning of the year is that they might not pay you at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Because in the past, ComServes have waited, planned,
Yeah.
month end, I'm gonna buy
know.
furniture, and then it doesn't come in. You know, so. But for us, because we are used to, okay, there's evidence of 10 salaries before, so then it's easier to assume that it's guaranteed. But actually, nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I think now it's when you speak about the unknown, I think you're relating to the unknown, where you're like, okay, now I'm leaving my job. Now it's a different type of unknown, because you don't know. But the people that hack life are the ones that can look at those two situations and says, even here, it's unknown. Even here, it's unknown. So rather, let me take the risk.
And just
Let me go be a writer.
yeah.
The thing is, we think it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
We think it's guaranteed.
Yeah. But it's not.
It's not. It's actually not. I'm now realizing that it's not. You can sleep today and not wake up tomorrow, but we don't think of that. We're just like, I'm going to
So
wake
that's
up
why
tomorrow.
I'm saying I feel like the most fear is probably time that we fear. I mean, like,
It's
think
the time.
about it.
Yeah, the
dog.
time
It's
factor is
like,
a big one.
It's like if you want to study gym, right? Like I always make gym examples. It's like if you want to study gym.
Things. Okay.
Let's say I don't know. I'm 100 and I want to lose weight to 90. You know, I mean, the unknown is there. The unknown is there. You do know that you wanna get
Lose
to
weight.
90 or you wanna lose weight, but there's that unknown in between, right? Which is like, okay, but I have an idea. You know, I have an idea of how I can go about it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll stop eating McDonald's. You know, I'll drink more water. You have an idea, you know. But I think the time is where it hits you.
Or losing out on time.
Yeah, where it's like when you realize it's gonna take me 12 months to lose this 10 kgs. Like, you know what? It's better for me to just stay at 100, continue with life as is, than to take 12 months, trying to lose weight. You know?
And you might feel. I want to call that out, man.
But also, it's like. Regardless what you do, the 12 months is gonna come. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that always hits me.
That's the big,
like,
and that's a big
like,
one.
Damn it.
That's a big one. You know, like regardless of, and the problem is, or the challenge I've faced in my years being alive is that you realize that the 12 months passes, and after the 12 month passes, nothing has changed.
Yeah, you still the 100
like
kg.
like last year August, this time. I could have like made the decision that I made recently then.
Yeah.
And life would be different now. Or I could have waited for this year.
Yeah.
August ufikile.
Still.
Either way.
And the thing is, no, next year August uzawufika.
Yeah.
You know, God, you know, if God willing, if he gets me to next year, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
Even worse, if I don't get to next year August. Will I be, because now there's also the idea that I think the fear also might be influenced by the fact that we think, or if this belief that we're going to live until 60 and 70.
Yeah.
It's like, we are, you know, don't mess up your life now because it's going to be a long road to 60.
Yeah,
Who said you're going to get to 60?
It's like, dog.
It's good.
It's a belief, man.
Who said, cut your hair? I say relax your hair. Fuck out the weaves. If it doesn't work out, you try again.
This is Sinaye in Wales. Like, my hair is who
Your
I
identity.
am. But I am trying to get to a point where I understand that my hair doesn't define me.
Yeah.
That's tough. You mentioned something in the text where you said you spoke about inviting new energies, and like making room for new energies.
Yes, it's like taking fragments of the people that you meet, allowing yourself to learn from others, not just closing yourself up with, okay, this is what I know and I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Just opening up yourself to the things that you learn from others, the things that you see from others, having a learning, how can I put this?
Learning opportunity.
Yeah, being open to learning and just telling yourself that, okay, I'm going to learn these things. Like, you are not closing yourself up with, okay, this is what I know, I'm going to stick with this. You are open to learning new things. You're open to experiencing new things. You are not just stuck to, like, sticking to who you know yourself to be. Yeah. You are opening yourself up to other things that are new to yourself, willing to experience new things, willing to take fragments of the people you meet. And
Can I ask, I'm assuming the journey can happen in many ways, but I can think of two now. For you to get to that point of wanting to experience more and inviting new energies.
Yeah.
The first one is that things were really tough and you had gotten to a point where you're like, okay, now I actually need to open myself up for new things. For example, like you're like, hey, this thing, it's working your spirit in a specific way, in a way that's not favorable. Then it pushes you to, I actually want to experience myself outside of this. Would happen if for some reason, like, I'm unhappy here. I'm unhappy so much so that I just want to go out and find out who I am. Let me open myself up to being a rapper full time.
Yeah.
You understand? So for you, has it been? Oh, the good part is, you know what? I have an epiphany. I think there's more to life. Let me go and find out who I am as a Sinaye. Let me see what's going to happen if I chop my hair off. I'm going to use your hair because you made reference. So for you, has it been a journey of, it's a gradual growth, it's beautiful, it's nice? Or like when you said you're trying to find yourself, this new version of you. Because I've grew up like this. This is who I am. I couldn't need to challenge it. Let me do as I have been taught. So for you, has it been a journey of, okay, epiphany, great, let me go find? Or has it been there's a conflict. I feel like I'm fighting against myself every day. And now I'm at a point where I want to find myself outside of everything I've been taught.
Yeah.
It's not something that I'm like a decision that I've made,
Okay.
but it's just looking back. When you just reflect, you just like, oh, okay, I'm growing now. In me, I can see fragments of the people that I've met. I can see that I'm no longer the person that I was. I have learned new things. I would make an example about church. When you are different people, we get to meet Usipile, and me being me,
podcast.
now I know Usipile. Now I'm here in this podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't have that fear.
You did.
I'm just like,
You did.
I'm here.
Don't lie, you did.
I did, but I opened myself up and I came. I challenged myself and I came. Like along the way, you get to see. I didn't even notice that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that I'm growing. But you can see that. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm growing. Actually, I'm meeting new people. I think it was 2 weeks back. My sister, we had a meeting, and my sister was saying, they were talking about this one on trial, and I happened to stand up for that person, and I didn't even notice that. But when we got home, my sister was like, I like how you stood up for that girl. And I was like, I didn't even notice that I did that. And I didn't even notice that I have that trait in me. I didn't even notice that I'm that person who can stand up for people even if they're not there. Now I'm like, it's not something that I woke up thinking, okay, I'm going to stand up for that. I'm going to stand up for so and so. But it's just something that happened as I'm growing. It's just something that happened as I'm learning.
Yeah.
And,
You mentioned, you touched on this thing. I think I'm going to take with me fragments of
the people you
the people you meet. That's proper. And I think we don't realize the fragments of the people we meet because we don't reflect. And you also touched on it to say, when you were reflecting, you're like, ah man, I've met this person. This is, you know, I used to think I'm introverted, or I used to think I'm shy, but now you're standing up for someone in a meeting. And you know, do you consciously reflect or like journal or whatever?
I journal.
Okay.
At the end of each day, I sit down and write.
The end of each day?
Yes.
Okay. What are we writing today? I'm joking.
What I'm writing today is that, I went there. And my anxiety was not there. I was able to sit with those guys and I spoke. Yes, I think.
So journaling is like your main...
Not every day, but like when I want to relax. But mostly, like, I do that.
Okay.
Damn, I don't journal, bro. I mean, I journal like what? Like I journal when it's tough.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. It's like praying. It's like you are speaking to yourself and looking at your growth. It's like you're managing your growth. Yeah, okay. This is what I did. This is where I went wrong. This is where I went right. Maybe I can improve here. Maybe I can do this and that there.
Do you ever read back? You know, like I said,
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I journal when it's tough, bro. Like when it's tough, I'm like, because I'm an overthinker naturally, and usually when I get clouded by a lot of thoughts, I black out. I'm like, hey, now it's too much. I'm like, hey, let me go write it, because someone I got this advice somewhere, I don't know where, but like it's like when you journal, you basically, especially for people like me, when you write it down, you can see it. And when you see it, you can then break down the problem and then get to a solution. You're like, this is actually small. Oh, this is that. But you say you go back. Do you ever look back and you're like, damn, I was down bad here. I was down bad.
Not really, but here and there, man. You do just, when you're just paging each and all, you're going to be like, okay, this is what happened. Oh, okay. Let's move on. It's fine.
My heart break.
My heart break.
So we're looking at your journal from last week, just out of interest. What are we seeing there?
From last week? Last week was all about church, and I realized that I have forgotten myself, and it's all about others. It's all about helping others grow. It's all about leading. But it's like I have forgotten myself and my relationship. It's like I've been saying to my sister, I feel like ndikude no Thixo. Like I feel like I need to just go somewhere and reconnect with myself and God. That's what I realized last week. But
that's what we're finding. Yeah. And you're going to church, you're in leadership, but you're still far from God. You know something I had 2 years ago. I came back to church 2 years ago. I was lost in
it's not being far from God, but it's that like You are not focusing. You are not investing in your relationship with God. You are not constantly focusing on that. It's just, on Sunday services, you have to sit there at the back. You have to open doors. Now you end up just being that person who's always on the lookout. But okay, what can I fix? Where can I? Now you don't get that chance to worship with others. So you have to constantly take time away from everyone. Then just let it be you and God. Like
you're talking to Sinaye 10 years ago, right?
Talking to Sinaye
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago, where was I? I was in grade 9, if I'm not mistaken. Grade 9 or grade 10?
In grade 8, don't lie.
Grade 8, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But yeah.
The thing is, I want to be able to address Sinaye.
Okay. This thing. 2014 was 10 years ago.
2014 was 10 years ago. 2014, I was doing grade 8. Ish.
Yeah, I see, I was right. Okay. You're talking to Sinaye. I know you don't like to go back to the past. You'd rather look to the future.
I'm looking at her. Yeah, she's a young girl. Is Lalini, and she's one of the smart kids in the class. And I just want to tell her that she's not the smartest person in the class and in the world. She's still going to meet people who are smarter. And I want her to know that when you meet others that are better than you, it's not a call for you to quit. And it's not saying there's something wrong with you. It's not saying you're a failure, but we are different. You are a different person, and we have different journeys, and you have to just focus on yourself, but always learn from others. Don't think you are better than others, and don't think that you are the best. You don't have to always be the best person in the room. You don't have to always be the smartest in the room, but when you are not the smartest in the room, you have a chance to learn from others and be open to that. 10 years ago, man, I was this smart little girl at class and I didn't know, but I'm still going to come to varsity and feel like, damn, what's happening? These people are smart. Like, I am a nobody here. Yeah, that's what I would say to myself.
What do you think Sinaye 10 years ago would say to you?
She'd say, I'm proud of you, even though you think you are not where you want to be, but I am proud of you because you stood in the face of adversity and just keep on going. Yes. And
what would you say to Sinaye 10 years from now?
I've been talking to this Sinaye.
I mean, it's you. So the reason I'm asking this, right, is like you're saying, in 10 years ago, you held a certain identity, right?
Yes.
I know when I was in high school, there was an identity. I think I had an identity crisis. Actually, but the smartest girl in the room, in the class. There's things that are placed upon you. Your association with failure might have been completely different to what it is now, because you haven't experienced it as a top performer. When your marks drop by 5%, it's like, hey, it's a call to what, right? And now it's 10 years later, where you've gone through life, the different stages. You've left high school, you've got to varsity, you've experienced at university, you've been at church leadership and this and this and that. Now you are here, right? And you've adopted a new identity, not consciously so, but through the experiences and the constant reflection that you've done. And now there is gonna be a you 10 years from now, and now it's gonna be on record. Where you're gonna go back like, I was once in a podcast, and I think it'll be interesting to speak to that version as well, because when you at that point. Like now you say you had to think back what was happening 10 years ago, and I mean your diaries and your journals are there, but it would be interesting to see the difference, if any, or what perspective have you gained now? You've spoken about a big decision here about church and stuff, You're like, did I end up making the decision? Maybe I haven't, but what's something that you would like that person to hold on to as a constant, to say, don't relax your hair, but like a thing to say, take this, it may still be applicable to you in 10 years. And it's something that I've attached with myself. If you don't believe in that, then sharp.
Yeah.
But then you would have been able to at least monitor yourself. Say, oh, I once believed that the sky was blue.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't.
Hey.
Do you want to address Usipio?
Okay, can we give him a chance, then come back to me, because I'm like, okay, let me think.
Address Usi 10 years from now, dog.
What do you think Usipio would say?
Yo,
10 years from now. 10 years from now. 10 years. What?
The older one.
No, the younger one.
Or the younger one. So what would he say about me now?
To you, not about
Now?
you, to you.
To me?
Yeah.
I'll smack that boy. What is he saying to me? I'll smack that boy. I'll smack that
Don't
boy.
play with me. What do you think he'd say to you?
Let me see. Yo, what would he say, man? I think he'd be proud. Yeah, I think he'd be proud. Man, I think, dog, like, just coming from the rurals, you know? Coming from the rurals, dog, Lucy Nkomo there. You know, it's like...
Sinaye from the ladies.
From the ladies. He doesn't want that intro. I was saying that's going to be his intro. Like, nah.
You know,
with the awkward intro, yeah.
I think the bad and the good. I think he'll be proud regardless. You know? Yeah, I think he'll be proud. What else?
Is there a thing that he would like you never thought you would have been able to do then that you've done now, that you've accomplished?
Now. 10 years from now.
No, 10 years ago. Like is there something that you like, I never thought I would be able to do this and I've done it?
The younger me, ne? Like what? Let me see. Dog, like just talking to girls, man. I think just talking to girls, my bro. Damn. You had to be there. Dog. What was
That's
happening?
understandable, man.
What was happening? You know? No, but I think also it's like...
That's crazy.
Because you're in high school, right?
Yeah.
In high school, homies, you see, and like usually my G's are they but lali baller.
Yeah.
They don't have all the girls.
Yeah.
Hey yo, what is?
You never thought you'd be the
You see,
one.
and like I think now, like if you're the smart kid, you know, no girl is gonna want the smart
Yeah.
kid. You had to change.
Hey yo. You don't expose.
What I mean? Hey, no.
Even in high school or in primary.
In high school.
Man, I always wanted the smartest guy in school.
Yeah, that's
No, you're
cap.
the girl though.
Yeah. But then
You're the smart
Yes,
girl.
yeah. I think you were, because you were. But even the smart girls, dog. No
Facts.
Even the smart, especially the smart
Bro,
girls.
I was like, listen, man. I was like, okay, I'm the smart boy.
Yeah.
Surely. The smart girls. Surely. Even them, dog. They were like,
Especially the
"Get your
smart.
elbow, boy."
You guys didn't tell us what the trick. Because so the thing he was making reference to is coming from primary as the kid in prize giving.
Yeah.
In high school, I failed myself. Grade 8. When they write a test, I just get paid the pay minimum. Just 50. Because I wasn't cool in primary. I was like, I want to be cool. And the thing is, in the movies,
And you saw.
the stupid ones were the ones that were getting the girls.
You're like, oh, yeah.
With me, I always had to prove, when I got to high school in grade 10. I moved to a new school in grade 10. And I was this Sinaye from the Lalies.
Yeah.
I even had a chiscop.
Yeah.
And now imagine you are here in the urban area and you meet all these kids from private schools, and now everyone knows. I don't even know how did they know that, but everyone knows that you are from the Lalies, and now you have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for your spot. Whenever we are talking, there would be conversations whereby they would just bring up that elalinyam kukoni gravel, and like it was just like I take it personally. And it would go too hard. And like, ooh, now it's painful. But I like when I got there, I knew that I have to prove myself.
Yeah.
And okay, fine. Now you are these cool kids. Where can I beat you? I'm going to beat you there. It's Martini. It's fine.
Yeah.
That was it for me.
Yo, but having that insight at that age it's insane.
It's
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, like to think, because in high school especially, it's all about assimilation. I mean, even now, it's still all about assimilation and being able to say, okay, here's a problem. I can't change that I'm from Eslalin, and I'm not going to try to be cool, because every time I try to outcool you, I'm gonna fall behind because you guys have been cooler for so long. So where can I beat you? I'm gonna beat you with academics.
Yeah.
That's I think that's a powerful thing even to carry now, to be like, this is who I am. Let me not try to be like Usimbiu. Let me not try to be like Sinaye. I can't be what they do. I can't do what they do. But where am I strong? And I think it comes with that reflection to say, where do my strengths lie?
Yes.
And when I find where my strengths lie, then I can always dominate in that area.
I still carry that with myself because when I got to church, my sister has been here for 10 years, I think, in this guild, and she told me how. But I'm just not trying to talk bad about Wesley Guild, but it's there. We know it. We know that there are levels, there are elites and stuff.
Wesley Guild is great.
Wesley Guild is great, but you know the levels. It's when you know those things. When I got there, and even now I feel like I need to take a step back and reflect and just move at a lower pace and get to find Sinaye in this space, because when I got there I wanted to prove myself, but I don't have the money and I'm not from these societies, but I can preach. We are here because there's the Bible. We are here. We are here.
Yeah.
This is all about Christ. Then I am going to prove myself. I am now preach until on trial, and I wanted to preach at that time. But if I can be honest with myself, it was not just about that moment I'm preaching, but it was also about me proving myself to everyone. Because after that service, you now famous and on trial, preach. So like. I don't like it, but I like it at the same time. Wherever I get, I'm just like, okay. I assess the area and I'm like, where can I dominate? And I find that then.
Yeah, I think just to on this thing of pointing out, pointing out areas of improvement. I'll say the areas of improvement.
Yeah.
And this is also I'm not trying to confuse you, but I am.
Okay.
Is you know the sad thing about, for example, when you leave. Right, I'm talking about church now.
Yes.
When you leave, and I'm probably still early for me to say, but when you leave, when the good people leave, or the people with good intentions leave, then it just leaves people with no good intentions. Does it make what I'm saying? So if I'm sure there are quite a lot of people with good intentions that sometimes get silenced and sent to the back, because whenever you try to voice things out, you are pushed to go to the back of the line. Not actively sometimes, but you can see, well, I'm trying, and nothing is really budging, So it's really nice the reason why you're able to point out the areas of improvement is because you care about it. You care about the Wesley Guild, you care about the Methodist Church, and it's raised you to become who you are now. And I think with enough minds, hearts, and wills to kind of realign, like earlier you said, what did you say to me? You said you're hoping uzovuselela. Yeah, you said I hope uzovuselela, where you are. And I think the reason you say that is because you want to see that, and there's people like, hey, Mandit, my interest is above this organization. And I think while we still have people who put the interest of the organization above themselves, it's important for us, even for me, as my responsibility is to, let's have a conversation. How do we improve this? How do we make it better? Because it's something that's close to you. It's a very sensitive area, obviously, because God and Christ and, that is involved. But I genuinely believe that there's nothing wrong with pointing something out, as long as they intend, which is usually the conversation when people go on social media. They're usually trashing and tarnishing. I Methodist Church, but
and it's stressful, man.
Yeah, but the intent, I think the intent is good from your side. I know it's good, because we've had the conversation. It's a good intent, and it's just about how to navigate that. So whoever watches and takes offense, that's the topic. In conclusion, Sinaye, in 10 years, have you thought what you want to say to them? And then we're going to conclude. Sim said 1 hour.
I'll be 33 in 10 years. And I would tell myself that there's always a room for improvement. And you are where you are supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with yourself. Like, you are good. whatever happens, life doesn't happen to you, but life happens for you.
Hey.
So just accept where you are and what's happening.
Yeah.
Damn, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
Yes, because you cannot control what happens.
Yeah.
But God controls that.
Yeah.
If God decides that this is what's good for you, then that's what's good for you, even if you don't see it.
I have plans. I know the plans I have for you.
Yes.
Plans to prosper you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. You see, it wasn't bad. You see, it wasn't bad. You were nervous for nothing.
Ooh, I was really nervous.
No. You know, it was great. And we only touched.
Yeah, like
We only touched briefly
surface.
on the thing. But I mean, you've left. I think you've left quite a lot of things to think about. For me, it's definitely going to be being conscious more of the fragments of the people around you.
Yeah.
And what you can take from them and what they're also pouring into you, because it's not only the good. Sometimes
the
it
good
can be a
and the bad.
bad fragment in there. But yeah, anything in closing, Maji?
Nah, man. Let me see. Nah. Yeah, I mean, I think probably just people having conversations with themselves, you know?
Yes.
Like, I mean, I think for me, I used to have this exercise, like, I forgot where I got it from, but where basically it's like, imagine yourself on your deathbed and someone has to write an obituary for you. You know, what would you write? Or what would you want them to write in the obituary? You know, and that,
Like that.
gets you thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yo.
What do you really want?
They can't be saying, funny things in my obituary.
But if you're doing funny things, they're gonna
They're
put the
gonna
funny
say funny
things.
You see what
Yeah.
I mean? So that's, I mean, it's a very dark exercise to do. It puts you in a very interesting place, but it helps you also just bring, what is it? To just come back and say, actually,
Reflect, yeah.
how am I living? How am I living right now? And if I'm dying or I'm dead and someone is writing my obituary, what are they going to say? If a friend of mine is talking at my funeral, what are they going to say? Family member, what are they going to say? Someone from church, what are they going to say? You know what I mean? From work, what are they going to say? So the moment you write your own obituary, write it, read it, throw it away. But then you're going to be like, damn, actually, hey, I need to change few things. I need to change a few things. So
And there you need to be, I think when you're writing it yourself, you need to be honest.
I mean-
Because at a funeral, we're going to want to say the nice things.
Yeah.
Firstly, people shouldn't struggle to find the nice things about you. But I think when you write it yourself,
yeah.
you can't lie. You can't say, Usipila was a good person.
Bro, of course. Like, I mean,
I'm not
you
a good
see.
person. Yeah.
So, like, that's what I'm saying.
Damn,
Like,
yeah.
it puts you in a very dark
space.
so, and you have to be prepared
To get into it.
that, so it's not something you just like do lightly on a random Saturday. You really need to set some time aside and say, okay, you know what, let's do this. And I mean, you can't be lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You can't be saying, I know Simpi, you're best guy, funny guy. You're that guy. Cracks a joke every day. You know what I mean? Like, if it's yourself and you there, it's like, okay, you know what? Okay, this. Because I think it's not even a matter of it saying, so you did? What have you done in your life that you'd want in your obituary, written about you? You see what I mean? Because then it tells you, okay, actually, the way I'm living now, it's not
in line with where I want to be.
what I want to be at, Or I mean, because the thing of like, write your goals down and whatnot. We've all been desensitized to that.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Write your obituary.
the year starts, you're like, I don't have goals, I'm just cruising. you
Yeah.
know? But the moment you like start writing your obituaries every year or every twice a year or whatever, you get to think, hey, I wouldn't want people to be, your parents are at your funeral, your sisters are at your funeral, it's like, what are they reading about me?
Now it's just half a page. It's not even 2 pages.
It's like you want, obviously you want the good things.
These guys are
being
terrible.
there,
It was boring.
You see, so it's like, even if someone writes your obituary, they're gonna lie. But the people at your funeral, they know you.
But
You know?
they don't really lie, man. They write about your life, the things that you did.
But they write the positives.
Yeah, but not the family submits
Yeah.
obituary for you.
Right,
to say,
nice.
But I think it's the people who speak that just only go
Always
on the
lying
yeah.
and whatever,
But
yeah.
in there they write to you went to this
Yeah,
in the
they
school.
write whatever the family. If your mom gives them your obituary, they're gonna write what your mom knows about you. But me as your friend, I'll be there like, hey yo, this
Cap.
is not the OC.
Cap.
Stop the cap.
Like Usimpiwe was a dedicated.
Hey, don't
Cap.
lie.
I know him.
You see?
But now in closing, what for both of you, what is something that you would want on your obituary that you feel like you have, like you what's this? You haven't earned it, but you would like to see it there. What's something that you would like to see there that you can't really put there right now?
What? I don't know, man. I don't have anything.
He made $1 billion, right? He was a billionaire.
Yo, I don't have anything right now, hey? Probably, what is it? I don't know.
So if the lights went off right now, you'd be like, that I'm happy with the way that it's looking.
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. Everything is going the way it's supposed to be.
So what they normally write in there, it's what you I'm here. Okay, sorry. What they normally write there, it's what you did in life, all the stages of your life, where your career, where you went to school and all that and all that and all that. But right now, what I don't have that I would want it to be there, it's the career, man. Yeah, and also the family. I want to have my own family, and I want it to be there. I want them to know that I was Mrs. So-and-so.
Mrs. Who?
Mrs. So-and-so.
Let her cook.
Mrs. So-and-so.
Let her cook.
Yeah, I think it's those two things, the career and also the family.
What would you like under career?
I don't want to touch that.
Okay.
It's a difficult one. We're going to have that one off cam.
Okay. All right. No, man. Thank you for coming
Do you
through.
Vichima?
Me.
Yeah, she's been asking us.
What would I like to have there? I think something that I've always wanted to have there, that before I couldn't, was that I had the courage to believe in myself. I gave myself. It's in the fridge. You see there on the fridge.
Yeah.
That I for once in my life I believed in myself.
Fact.
And that's something that I've always struggled with. It's always been half-hearted in a lot of things that I've done. But I think now is the first time where I'm like, yo, let me take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
And it's something I've always wanted on there. So it's an achievement in that regard. And I think wherever this journey takes me, I will see.
Yeah.
But I think in that way,
okay.
yeah.
Now that's something you want people to remember you for. Not something that they are going to write in the obituary, because they don't really go that
They must
deep.
write. They must
They
write.
must-
They must put it there.
Oh, I hope they are watching.
Yeah, they must put it there. That, hey, at the bottom, he believed in himself.
They might.
Yeah,
put it,
they
you
should.
know?
I'll write
it would be really great to listen when we are crying there,
now-
then we hear these things.
Like my funeral plans have this thing where you can submit your own opinion.
Yeah, I've heard.
You know what I mean?
That's dark stuff, man.
But it's great, man.
No, because the thing is, like, dog, you don't want now people to be there telling other people about, he went to UCT. Like,
so-
dog, what value are you? Like, we know. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, how did you impact people's lives? You know, and
But
so forth.
we
and so
we
forth.
won't have to hear about that. We'll know because we lived with you.
Yeah. That's the most. I think that's the most important obituary.
Yeah.
Is the one that people experienced of you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That people should, I don't care that you went to UCT.
Yeah.
Like, if I was living with you, I probably know that.
Yeah, they use my obituary. Exactly. Actually, why are you talking about my education there? Because the people that are at the
we
funeral
know.
should know.
I know
If
you.
you don't know, you shouldn't be at the funeral.
But we are just telling your story for everyone to reflect. But
I've never understood.
sugar, what?
Maybe they should just
Dude, we know.
we know.
I'm one of them.
And
No,
then
man.
they count. Oh, see.
So good.
We know the kids.
Yeah, we must advocate for how they write. We must
Then,
change.
at the end, they say in the kululeni makwane. I'm just like, this person is dead.
Yeah.
You
How are
said
they
that
saying?
yourself.
Yeah, but you know, I think Bridget just say people's expression of their hearts, and they think, maybe he's gonna want this. I want you to tell the truth.
Yeah. I think at the end they should write that. But what you wrote there.
Yeah, like I believed in myself. But thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Maji, big props. Hopefully you come back again.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, you'll be like, it's addictive. You're gonna be like, when am I coming back? But yeah, with that being said, we are out and peace. It's recording.